Can you talk more about the spaces? So I remember watching a video on your website. Looks like you have some really cool stuff, 3D printers, laser cutters, meeting rooms. I know on your LinkedIn, it says you guys are trying to manufacture serendipity. Is that really like the goal of the spaces and how they're designed, or how would you describe it?
Yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned, 11,000 square feet is kind of broken into 4 zones. So up in the front, there's a public cafe where we have free coffee, a bevy machine where students can make their own kind of like flavored soda water and stuff. That is open to any student, anyone to come in, hang out, do whatever, first come, first serve. It also has a bunch of privacy booths where students can take phone calls or Zoom meetings that are completely soundproof. We also have a workspace that kind of doubles, although all of our programs are extracurricular at the garage, we do have some professors at the university, particularly in the Farley Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, that like to teach classes here in the garage just because it is a different space on campus that's kind of interdisciplinary. So we use that for that, as well as, fireside chats, panelists, speaker events, that type of stuff. Then we have our kind of AR, VR media lab. We have all the latest headsets, camera equipment, podcast equipment, anything that students want to create from a media perspective, they can use, green screens, that type of stuff. Prototyping lab with, as you mentioned, 3D printers, CNC mills, laser cutters, embroidery machine, sewing machines, anything that students want to make physical products for, even if it's not for their business, they can make like swag. So when they're doing a demo day, they have their startup logo on their shirt or that type of stuff. And then we have a whole co-working space back here for our resident teams that have to apply each quarter, and they get dedicated desk space. They can keep personal items, inventory, that type of stuff. And as I mentioned, they have 24/7 access as well. Meeting rooms, they can book that type of stuff. So, it's a lot packed into a space. When it comes to manufacturing serendipity, this is kind of a personal mission that I came up with when I was based out in the Bay Area working for the garage. The idea being, we kind of talked about a little bit before we started recording, all of the information about how to sort of start up an entrepreneurship is like on the internet, but that's not actually like how people get things done and build companies. It's through other people and connections and introductions. And when you have something like the Garage or Northwestern, which is a group of a trusted community where people are willing to help each other out and be vulnerable and be honest and transparent, but also like make introductions because they're a step ahead or a step behind, you have this incredible leverage. And the phrase manufacturing serendipity, I interpret as like, how can we put these pieces together where something good can happen from it? And so that's, part of what the physical space is about, but also what just the broader Garage mission is about. Since we've been around for 8 years now, we have folks that have gone and raised tens of millions of dollars that still are mentors at the Garage, and that makes it so much more accessible for current students to see, oh, they were where I am, a couple of years ago, and now they've done X, Y, and Z. I can tap into their knowledge and expertise to make it easier for me to do that as well.